When most people my age were contemplating retirement, unfortunately, I was thinking about survival. This is the story untold, and I'm telling it now because someone needs to hear it. It started with my daughter. She was 7 years old when they told us she had cancer. For 3 years, I watched her fight, from second grade to fourth grade. Every hospital visit, every treatment, every difficult day. She never complained once. She wore her crown in that hospital bed like the queen she is. When she finally recovered at 10 years old, I made her a promise in front of everyone. My family, my job, and my inner circle. Disney, Christmas, no exceptions. Look at that smile. That's what 3 years of fighting looks like when you win. In January, when my vacation finally arrived, I flew from New Orleans back to Virginia to pick up my daughter, and from there, we went to Florida to Disney. On our very first day in the Sunshine State, my phone rang. It was my boss. He said he had forgotten about my vacation, asked if I could return to work in 2 days, that there were some unresolved pending contracts. Now understand something. Everyone at that job knew about this trip. For over a month, maybe 2, that's all I talked about. My daughter had beaten cancer, and for Christmas, Daddy promised her Disney. After 5 years with my company and a recent promotion to a managerial role, I told him hell no. I chose my daughter, and I'd make that same choice 1,000 times over. But the consequences were real. For the people who knew me then, they knew a different Jeffrey. Successful, traveling, living large, 6-figure income. The life looked good from the outside. Then came the diagnosis, severe sleep apnea. My body was shutting down while I slept. The career was gone. Now my health was failing too. I went from 6 figures to living on disability. Then the pandemic hit and the world stopped. I needed another income stream. So I did what responsible people do. I invested in my education first. $3,000 for a course with a well-known financial expert. It was a deep dive into investing and trading. I learned a lot. Months later, I took 300 shares of my AMC stock and used them to do covered calls, a solid option strategy for weekly income. But by week 3, AMC stock started rising rapidly, and by the time it exploded to $72 a share, my shares had already been called away. I watched the opportunity of a lifetime vanish in real time. $10,000 gone, just like that. Desperate to recover, I turned to YouTube, copying trades from strangers on the internet. Lost another $1,000. That's when I called Charles Schwab. The Schwab consultant pulled up my trades and looked at them quietly for a moment. She could see right away something wasn't right. Then she asked me one question. Was the money you lost all you had? I told her no. She replied, "Good to hear, but I'm curious. Why are you risking real money on complex strategies you don't fully comprehend?" She had already seen my trades. It was obvious. I didn't really know what I was doing. Then she suggested something simple. "Have you considered demo trading?" I pushed back hard. I told her live trading was better, that you learn faster in the real market. She adamantly disagreed. I hung up still convinced she was wrong. Then I took my next loss. That's when I finally listened. I began demo trading every single day for 3 months straight. No real money, no pressure, no fear of losing what little I had left. And for the first time, I understood what no course could teach me: the psychology of trading. Next, I began looking at my life the same way I was starting to look at the market, philosophically. But to understand the move that changed everything, we have to go back a few years. January 2020. I was 60 years old and staring at a number that felt impossible to escape. My student loan balance was $152,627, circled right here on my screen. This was my reality. Everyone thought I moved to the Dominican Republic for the lifestyle. The truth was far more strategic than that. There was Biden's federal disability forgiveness program. Remain on disability for 3 years, and your student loans disappear. So I made a decision. In July of 2024, I relocated to the Dominican Republic. Not to escape my problems, but rather to solve them. Then in January of 2025, I logged in and saw something I had waited years to see. $152,627. Gone. Zero balance. Paid in full. What looked like retreat to everyone watching was the most strategic move of my life. Debt-free. Low overhead. Living a simple life in the Dominican Republic. For the first time in years, I had room to breathe, and more importantly, room to build. So I re-entered the live market. Small trades at first, cheap options. Yet I noticed my win percentages were consistently high. Quiet results, consistent profits, built on discipline, not desperation. Then I stepped back and saw what was happening. And I said out loud, I can teach this. With 2 degrees under my belt, a lifetime of leadership, and a story full of ups and downs, my journey pointed toward one clear purpose: help others learn to trade the right way. That's why we built Market Mindset University, not for Wall Street, not for the 20-year-old day trader with nothing to lose. We built it for the baby boomer who thinks it's too late, for the person who took a financial hit and is scared to get back in, and for the ones who invested in education, yet still lost money and couldn't figure out why. Because the answer isn't more strategies. The answer is psychology first, strategy second. I started trading at 60, on disability income, in a foreign country, after losing $10,000, after being blackballed, and after watching my body fail me. And with that, we built something real. So can you. And to my daughter, the little girl who wore her crown in that hospital bed, you're the reason all of this exists. And to those who knew me before the DR, now you know the entire narrative. If my story resonated with you, start with day 0, free, at marketmindsetuniversity.com. The link is below. Because it's never too late to master your mindset or your money. If I could start at 60, you can start today. Practice with purpose. Perform with precision. That's the MMU way.